Why is that so big? It should be seen. That's weird, I don't know why. I'm gonna go to, you should be able to check streams. Oh, yeah. So be on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Oh, my mic is all weird. Hold on. This happened to me before.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Turn my gain down. Check, check, check. Oh, I gotta turn my... Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay, that's working. Excellent. Can you hear Pastor Jeni? Start talking, Pastor Jeni. Can you hear Pastor Jeni? Start talking, Pastor Jeni. I'm listening to it in a delay, and I could just barely hear you, which is okay, actually. I'm going to turn down my volume so that they don't hear you, but I can hear you, which is okay, actually. And I need to turn. Who's here from Nebraska? Adam, yay. Adam was on the call earlier today. Okay. Great. I'm going to also check my Facebook feed. Yep. So now, Jeni, on the Restream screen, can you just show me again what you're seeing on the Restream screen? Oh, good. So yeah, you're seeing the same thing that I do as co-host. You're seeing both on if somebody pops in on Facebook, it should show the Facebook logo next to their, so you'll be able to tell who's talking. We got 4 people online. Is anybody out there on Facebook? And if you are, would you just say hi in the chat so that we can see if we can distinguish between YouTube and Facebook? Okay. All right. So now, Adam, can you hear Pastor Jeni at all right now? Probably not. Hopefully not. But I can hear her. I could actually, if I put my AirPods in and connected them to my phone, I want to connect. So Pastor Jeni, can you talk? Oh. No, let me connect. Oops. AirPods. Okay, talk again. Yep. I can hear you, and yeah, so I can hear you nicely in my AirPods, and then nobody else can hear you. And I don't, you're the only person I could hear anyway. Everybody else is on chat. And so This way, you can talk to me and tell me what's going on in the chat. That's fine. Okay. Oh, it's time to go live. Hey, everybody. It's 7 o'clock. And it's good to be together tonight. We are doing our tech rehearsal. So this is Monday. What day is it? It's February 5th. Pastor Jeni Grangaard from Luther Seminary is in my earbuds, and she is on she's on the chat. So Pastor Jeni, why don't you just say hello and identify yourself on the chat box? And I want to see if I can actually see you on the chat if you put anything in there. Looks like we've got 4 people on, which is wonderful because you're helping us. But I want to tell you right now, there's 2 things going to happen tonight. One is we're just testing the system, and I've got a couple questions for you all regarding the technology of it. But 2, if things go well quickly, which I'm anticipating they will, I'm actually going to draw tonight. So if you want to, oh, you know what? You come on as me. It says, hey folks, this is Pastor Jeni, but it's my name. So are you typing in the on the screen? Are you typing on our main page? Are you typing next to the R? And it's just, but it's not going to YouTube. I mean, it's not going to Facebook. Interesting. It should. I'm wondering if you'll have to have Facebook open in order to chat in Facebook. Huh. All right, we got 7 people online now. Yeah, 3 on Facebook. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. So during our tech rehearsal, so we're going to do a few minutes of tech rehearsal and try to figure this stuff out because I've never had a co-host on one of my live streams before. And so we're just practicing and testing. But as a little reward for y'all jumping in, I am going to draw tonight. And I'm going to do a drawing based on the Transfiguration because this Sunday is Transfiguration Sunday. So I hope that you will have the time, and our live streams will always be from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So 1 hour for each session. And that's true for tonight. And Pastor Jeni, are you good with that? Or do you need to leave earlier? Okay, great. Interesting. So let me just see again. Thanks all for being test driving it. So I'm just wondering if there's something on the Restream page. Like, okay, so let me try something. I tried to type hello and it came out Jello. So hello everyone. Can't post to some channels. Learn more. Supported platforms. Yeah, Facebook does not let you reply. Facebook. Oh, that's because I'm on my personal profile. I have another profile. My Cartoonist Bible profile is a public profile. I don't know if I can add a stream while we're doing this, while we're live. Yeah, okay. Well, bummer. So what we learned from this is, since I'm live on my personal Facebook, that means I can't, we can't reply in the chat. But I do have my Cartoonist Bible Facebook page, and if we streamed to that, we would be able to. But more people are on my personal Facebook. So here's what we can do for tonight. I've got Pastor Jeni in my earbuds. So if you have a comment in the chat, so if you want to have a conversation with Pastor Jeni during these live streams, you just chat away. Of course, if you're on Facebook, she can't respond to you. But she could reply. So you can chat in the Facebook. Give that a try. Are you over there? Are you so try to have a conversation with somebody on the Facebook side, in your chat world. So what we've got going on here is we've got YouTube and we've got Facebook, and I'm in both spaces, and they're slightly off, like they're like a second off from each other as far as timing goes. But I want to be able to just focus in on the artwork. So there's a couple different ways you can have conversations. If you want to just chat with Pastor Jeni and share prayer requests or just talk about whatever you want to talk about, and I'm not included, then have at it. I don't need to hear it, and I don't even need to know about it. And if you have a question for me about anything, and it can be, you can ask questions about the theology around like what I'm drawing, or you can ask questions about the art, because to me, my world is the fusion of art and theology. And I'm as much interested in the art techniques that I'm doing as I am about the theology behind what I'm painting. So you can ask all of those. Full range are fair game to ask questions about. Does that make sense? Pastor Jeni, how you feeling? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Great. So I think let's you guys want to see some art? Let me know if you want to see some art. Because I kind of feel like drawing. So here's the only other thing. Yeah, I got some music for you, which is nice. Let me know if the music is too loud or too soft. The only other thing about this setup is, some of you who were in the live stream that I did during Advent, I had a camera over my shoulder, and I'm using my phone to be in contact with Pastor Jeni right now, which means I can't use the camera, my phone, to be my over the shoulder. So let me know if you think that is a loss. And if you think it would be better to have the over the shoulder as well, then we can brainstorm on how I can be connected with her. So, Pastor Jeni, are you good for me just to start like getting in the zone here? They're all ready. They're like, stop talking and get drawing, man. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. So, what I like to do is I do talk while I'm drawing. Sometimes just to, oops, that went wonky, didn't it? Oh, sorry. Okay, here, let me just tell you what just happened. I accidentally popped my my Photoshop back into locking in with the Photoshop. Anyway, don't worry. I broke my Photoshop link. Hold on. Now we're back. Can y'all see that now? It's all good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is during Lent, I will begin our sessions with pulling up the scripture and meditating in the scripture. But tonight I'm just going to jump right into the actual art. And, you know, I'm wondering, which could be kind of cool if instead of having this background, would it be really interesting if I tried to blend my background with the color of my screen there? That'd be kind of cool. Let me geek out over color for a second. Ooh, I gotta make that a little darker. Just a little darker. Oh, perfect. Okay, thanks. How's that? It takes a second for it to kick in. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to start. So the transfiguration, Jesus took Peter, James, and John up on a mountain. So I'm going to start with just a quick sketch. Kind of a stylized mountaintop here. And then we're going to have Jesus up on the top. And this is how I like to, when I think about the human figure, I can hear myself, Pastor Jeni, through, and it's kind of weird. All right. All right, so this is just a basic form. And then I'm going to put the disciples. It says they fell to their feet. Not to their feet. They fell down the ground. So we're going to be like behind them, their little toes sticking out from underneath. And a little bit of perspective on this side. When you're in the sketching phase, you just want to be super loose with the ideas and don't get too concerned about it looking good. All right, so there's my basic layout. And so first thing I'm going to do is I just make this layer super transparent. Make a new layer and zoom in. How's the volume? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Yeah, so you are here as our campus pastor, right? And so you that's exactly what I'm hoping will happen is as you maybe prompt people on the chat to be thinking about, maybe as like tonight we're talking transfiguration, right? So as you think about transfiguration and if there's anything that I'm drawing or talking about, or if anybody on the chat just has questions about transfiguration or not even questions, just contemplative. Something that I just remembered is whenever I'm drawing a figure like this, I think it's way more interesting to have like the wind blowing. So I'm gonna let his hair kind of flow and just gonna pull the robes against his like that. Yeah. And it's just more interesting to look at. Oh man. Well, I have an idea. How many folks do we have on? About nine people. Because the other thing I'm thinking is, because I really like what you just said, and I wish they would have heard that. And so but you know what though? Part of this is I don't want it to be talky. I want it to be contemplative, let the art. And so, yeah. So you're going to have to try not to talk to me, but keep it in the chat because people can, if people want to engage in conversation, they can. But if people just want to like let the art and the music flow, I want them to be able to be in that zone. Yeah. Yeah, and me too. So, okay. But I loved what you just said though. But it's like it's kind of like conflicting values. Okay. Beautiful. Thanks. All right, I'm back in the zone. Let's do this. All right. So, it's still kind of a loose. It's not a tight line work, but I'm not going for like a tight comic book look here. I just want to get just going to get the basics of So we got, I'm imagining that Peter is in the middle here, and we've got James and John. On the side. So today in our, I have a Monday text study that I lead, and in our text study today, somebody brought up a good question of, like, why do you think it was just Peter, James, and John that Jesus took up onto the mountain? I think that was a great question. I don't know if I have an answer to that. All right. So what happens if I do this? Do I lose? No, that's good. All right. So now I've created some line art. So I'm going to come in and going to do a solid fill of, going to use it's kind of a neutral color. No. Go back to this And in the art world, what I'm doing right now, this is called just doing the flats, and you just create like one solid flat silhouette of the figure, and that becomes a basis for everything else. So I'll come down here and also do, I'm going to do these three on a different layer, because I'm going to do some stuff with Jesus that will require him to be on his own layer in a minute. If anyone is curious, I am painting in Photoshop, and I'm painting on a Wacom Cintiq 16, which is a digital tablet, but it's a little one. 16 is not that big, because I have a small space in my studio. But it's just good for me. Did anybody respond to my question about the over-the-shoulder camera? Okay. Not yet, that's fine. Okay, I've got the basic color now. Oh, I ended up putting them all in the same layer. So let me just cut these guys out. Now they're on their own layer. Just make lines. Okay, she said she does not miss him. Yeah, okay. And okay. And Cindy is an artist. And so the fact that she's not missing it is probably a good sign that we're not missing out too much. But it would be a nice view. Okay, yeah. It is nice. Well, there you go. You're always going to have one of the things I'm thinking is that I might be able to borrow my wife's phone for an hour and be on her phone with you, or my phone with you and her phone hooked up to my computer. I don't know. Now what I'm doing is on the flats, I'm just putting in some local color, still just very flat. And the magic will happen soon. Okay. Enough of that. Let's go here. And let's come down into some purples here. One of the things that I've been thinking about is, like, when he went up there, was it just like the middle of the day? And so I'm just going to start with like a normal sky. Then something amazing happened. And so on top of this, I need to make the sky dark. Another thing that we talked about in our text study was if the cloud was a dark cloud or a bright cloud. So I'm curious, I want to take a poll. Do you think the cloud was a dark cloud or a bright cloud that overshadowed them? Anybody want to weigh in on that? Bright cloud, okay. So here's the thing about drawing clouds is you actually have to start with the dark. And then work up. So here's our transfiguration scene. And then what's really interesting is that as soon as it was there, it was gone. And he was normal again. So, one more time. Boom, boom. He was transfigured before them. And the voice came, you know what? There's one more thing that I want to do because I think it's important. Well, there it is, everybody. I think I'm going to call that done for today. This is my son, my beloved. Listen to him. So I want to leave you with a word. As I was thinking about this story this week, what happened just before this story in the Gospel of Mark is that, John the Baptist was beheaded, and then Jesus realized that things are going to go badly for him, and he tells his disciples, if you want to follow me, you have to take up your cross, which for them literally meant you're going to die. If you follow me to Jerusalem, they're going to kill me for sure, and they're probably going to kill you. And so I think Jesus took these guys to this mountain to give them a glimpse of who he is, so that when they get to the dark spot, they can remember why they're doing this. So my prayer for you this week is that you will catch a glimpse of Jesus in your life, and that will encourage you on your journey. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this. And just I'll come over here, and not next Monday, but in 2 weeks, we're going to officially begin our Lenten journey. And each Monday I will do some type of contemplative art around the theme for that week. So thanks for being with us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will, in PowerPoint. You sure can be. Yeah. Are you thinking for using it in worship? Because we will be, yeah, in the week leading up to the Sunday. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each image from the Monday night, and we're going to use it in worship at Luther on Wednesday. And so I can make those images available to people if you have any interest in using them for whatever reason in your own worship. We sure can do that. Yeah, just let me know if you want that. All right. Any other comments or questions before we sign off for tonight? Yep, absolutely. We'll make that happen. All right. Well, thank you for being part of the tech rehearsal. Glad I got to do a little bit of art tonight. And we will, you know what? I'm going to go out with my my outro. See you next time.